How are you? I am from LePrix. We have a business-to-business platform that helps stores, retailers, source pre-owned luxury goods in the marketplace. This is a business, the pre-owned space is growing exponentially year over year. Next year with projected value in the marketplace of $75 billion. So what we do in a fragmented marketplace where a lot of people are going on trying to figure out how to source, we help them with their trust issues. We also help them in a way of putting all of the largest suppliers online to drive those sales. So we load anywhere from 120,000 plus items per month that they would be able to source and buy through us specifically to resell in their stores. So we deal with all of the high-end luxury brands across the universe. We help them not only source, but we also import. So we take away all of the stress of bringing those goods in and helping them to either market or drive their business through merchandising. Yeah, so we actually are one of the first to actually take all of the suppliers and put them onto one site. So a lot of the businesses that work within our space are actually going out and they're purchasing the products for their company and then they're reselling them. We're actually connecting you directly to the supplier, so we're able to take out that step and give you a much larger supply chain. Yes, we have third-party partners that we bring in to do the authentication in-house. So we're able to provide certificate of authenticity through those partnerships.
Elevators of LVMH, obviously a giant global retailer. Those companies are Reflaunt, Squatted, and Beyond XR. Squatted is on our tour, but the other two are not. So if you're interested in luxury goings on, let me know and we'll.
Can you repeat the three names?
Reflaunt, Squatted, which we're gonna see, and Beyond XR.
Also, how your merchants draw the category.
I'm the CEO and co-founder.
Then we combine with optimization
based on
technology.
proprietary research.
So it allows, my background is I was a merchant at Walmart for 15
and
years.
Logistics Institute.
And so
Our solution solves a key problem around lost sales.
Retail problem.
We help improve sales conversion to provide more revenue for manufacturers and retailers.
Right, so you can
there was a study done in 2018 about all these shoppers who walked out of the stores and did not buy anything. They asked them, why didn't you buy anything? There was three key reasons. The first reason was I couldn't find somebody to help me. Either a warm body or somebody knowledgeable in that product category, that specific item I want to buy, that category. The second reason was they didn't have all the right information to make a decision, not just features, functions, but inventory. Where is it? How quickly can you get it to me? And most critical, substitutes. Are there substitutes available similar to what I want that will meet my needs in my time frame? That's another key part of our solution within my time frame. And the third thing is they just didn't have the right inventory in the right location. Hologic solved those
every
three
single
problems.
store data.
The way we do it, we have two parts of our solution. The first part is a salesperson facing or customer facing. It can be used by a salesperson or it can be used by customer self-support. It is it's accessed via QR codes, and it's a mobile application, but it's just a URL. You just have a website.
Better projections.
It is not e-commerce. It is an expert selling tool, which we've embedded in this solution all the knowledge from the merchants and the people that know the product about that product, and we ask questions in the front. What are you looking for? What's important to you? Is color important? What materials? How are you going to use the product? Based on that, we'll recommend products that meet their needs. If there's something they like and it's not available, if it's available, great. If it's not available, we'll recommend find me substitutes. We'll find substitutes that, and when do you need it? I need it today, I need it 2 days from now. We'll find substitutes that fit what they're looking for in their time frame. That's the first part of the solution. We're trying to make the sale and increase sales conversion. However, all the research, Dr. Benoit, a lot of it is around the supply chain. We then take information about what we learn about the consumer, and we have a score. We call it product availability ratio. PAR. It's very simple. It's just a percentage. If I am 90% PAR at a given location, I have a 90% probability of satisfying the next customer that walks in. So it's a future-looking metric, and we use that to manage inventory at the store, at the DC, and what's even manufacturing for manufacturers. So PAR is a key metric. We've had huge improvement in inventory efficiency with that solution. Thank you very much. Check us out website. Question? Oh, you're looking for a golf shoe. I'm Piers. I'm the head of product here at marpipe. We have a product called Enrichment. What it does is basically takes your DPA that's normally website, regular white product images from your product catalog directly to your store. What our product does is allow you to import that into our platform and then redesign that in a landscape. It's very similar to something like Canva, but instead of outputting single images, you're outputting a new feed of all of your products that's designed. So if you go to marpipe here, update source feed, you can see that all we have to do is just paste our regular product feed linked into it. And then once we upload that, we can actually go in and start designing directly the images from where all of the columns in our actual product feed. So this is a regular design cases like Canva, everything around rotate, change opacity, change roundness, things like that. But then once we have our design ready, we're actually going to go in to the layers and link things from our feed. So if you see in this drop down here, these are all the columns from our store. So I can link image to the image layer, and I can link this text to templated text, which allows us to write phrases like now only price, and then make sure the price is numerical. I don't want to like USD in there. I don't want the actual currency code in there, just to make it actually look good. And then once I hit preview, see the little render, it'll come up like this. So now we have just a preview of what that's actually going to look like. It's going to run through every product in the feed and just replace the things that we actually set it to replace. And then once I generate this here, we would get a new feed, and that's when we plug into Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, TikTok, Snap, wherever we're running catalogs. And we can actually make multiple designs. If we wanted to filter this down to like just a certain product category, we can do that, have specific product category designs, and then combine those into like a whole custom feed.
So how do you make sure that like brands don't do the same design for their ads? Like two different companies doing, like if it's kind of do it yourself, how do you make sure that they don't end up with?
I think we haven't run too much into that because there's usually, I think, they want to apply their own brand book directly to the design, so they're usually going off their typical brand book. Spins.
Actually, we will select Pointr and then go back to spins.
Hi, I'm Jessica Mylan. I'm Chief Growth Officer with Pointr. So happy to see you guys today. So at Pointr, we power store mode, and the idea of store mode is that in the past couple years, everyone's so used to finding products easily online by just entering that product into the search bar. But as soon as you walk into a physical store, it's so hard to find the exact product that you're looking for, and it's pretty much across the board. And actually, someone was just telling me they were trying to find a toy at Target from one of their for their niece, and they couldn't find it. They were even told exactly where to go, and they still couldn't find it. And it was a really frustrating experience, and they left. I think that's so common these days, and it just everyone's searching online. It makes it that much harder. So here comes store mode. So imagine I walk into a store and I'm greeted. As soon as I enter the store, I open the app and it says, "Hi, hey Jessica, nice to see you again. here's a map of the store, recently updated, and here's the exact location of the 3 products that you were looking at online, or the 3 products. Who else uses their cart as their shopping list? I don't know, maybe that's just me. But I often put it in my cart and then I'll go into a store to look at the actual items. So wouldn't it be great to see exactly where those items are in the store? And that's really step 1 of store mode. So we power the digital maps at scale, but imagine then having indoor location. So much like when you're outdoors in Google Maps, you're searching for restaurants near you as you wander down the block. If you like Starbucks, it might show you Starbucks. That same experience is now available in stores as well. And that piece is the indoor location piece. So it knows in real time where you are in the store, and you can have personalized recommendations, much like Google Maps outdoors, indoors, inside of the store. So we power those pieces as well. What makes Pointr different is for map creation. Digital maps aren't new, they've been around for some time, but they have to be manually created, which takes a lot of time, and it's very hard to update stores that might have floor plan layout update changes every week. With Pointr, we create an AI model to understand the CAD files, which are often used, those same CAD files for inventory planning with planograms and merchandising. We take those CAD files and we build a model to automatically turn those into digitized, consumer-friendly, integration-friendly version of those maps in minutes without any human intervention. So we can really operate at incredible scale. We today power several U.S. retailers, including one of the largest home improvement retail chains in the U.S., a large department store in the U.S., and we also partner with industry giants like Microsoft, Cisco, and CVS. Thank you very much, and I'm happy to answer your questions.
All right, good morning. I'm Dan Buckstamp. I'm the Chief Marketing Officer for Spins. Let me tell you about what Spins does. So one of the mega trends that's out there in the world of consumers is that consumers are expressing their values as they shop. They shop with intention. And as they do that, and as values evolve around things like sustainability, going back to like natural and organic, how their food is sourced, how it's packaged, and across all different sorts of merchandise. That's remaking retail. Retailers have to respond to that, brands have to respond to that, ingredient suppliers have, the whole supply chain has to respond to that. Most of the efforts to do that so far have been collecting data about people and trying to personalize for them based on their shopping behaviors, whether it's search, whether it's on-site, whether it's assortment, and different things like that. What Spins does is we catalog all the data about a product, on the product side of that, because you can't really connect people to the products they need without fully understanding the product. So in the world of CPG, we catalog all the data about products. We layer on a lot more with our own internal processes, and Spins has been doing this for about 25 years, but we've really gotten deeper into the attribute addition and refinement in the last few years. And what you can do with that is much more deeply understand a product, and from that you can connect that product to what people are looking to do. So if they're in a store and they're shopping for a particular health attribute, you can surface that and then connect people to the products they need. So that's really the business that Spins is in.
Hi, my name is Shane. I'm here from VisionR. Let me tell you what we're about. So retailers worldwide, brick and mortar retailers, they're suffering from self-described data gap. They don't have the information they need to optimize their stores like online does. They don't have cookies, click rates. They don't know absolutely everything about their shopper like you do from online. So what we've done is we've created a sensor called the Scout. What the Scout does is it breaks down shoppers in real time based on their visual cues as they move about your store. So stuff like footfall, shopping groups, if they came in alone or as part of a family. Then it breaks shoppers down into age and gender estimates. It analyzes where they go in store and what products they had an opportunity to buy. Who engaged with my snack aisle? Who stood there and walked away without making a purchase? We then layer this over a retailer's point of sale to get a full picture of everybody who came into your store, how they behaved when they were inside, and very importantly, what they decided to buy. So So retailers use this on many different levels. We permeate a business from store managers all the way to corporate. So the first thing that retailers do is optimize their marketing. Are the people I'm targeting online with my Google ads coming into my store or not? Are they engaging with the product I promoted? Are they my target audience? Optimizing the marketing spend. The second thing we do is we have an operational insight. How is my store performing on a weekly and daily basis? Our AI, called the Scout, it establishes a benchmark for these stores based on the last 12 weeks of data. It knows how many people should come in, what the profile is, how long they spend here. Then retailers can make business decisions in their store. They can A/B test new products, they can change layouts, change planograms. You can understand immediately what the effect of your business decisions are on the behavior of shoppers rather than waiting for 6 months in sales. This is the data you would get if your store was online. It's completely independent from a retailer's existing infrastructure. Completely independent. It takes an hour for our guys to get a store online. It operates over 4G. You don't need sensors everywhere. You need one at your entrance, one at your till. And if there's a key area inside that's really important to you, you add one there. As simple as that.
Did you say it like can kind of figure out the kind of demographic when you get there? So how do you like handle the privacy?
That's a great question about privacy. So we're actually based in Dublin in Europe. So we have to adhere to GDPR, which is the privacy regulation. The Scout doesn't record photos, doesn't record any videos. It all happens on the edge, in the camera, in the store. No one is identifiable and we don't collect any.
And you can use it on your, let's say, virtual trial.
Yeah, it's built into the foundations of our technology. We have to adhere to that. So we'll never record photos, we'll never have videos. Even though you guys don't have as strict privacy regulations as us, we're still going to lead the charge in terms of data privacy. And behind us you can see, this is just kind of a sample of some data being collected. Their data is available online. Suggestions for your store managers to make changes in your store based on the visual stuff it sees. I'm seeing people queue up way too long at the deli counter now and you're losing money. At these times of the day, you need to get more staff there. It looks like you forgot to stock this product because it normally sells 15 more. You should reshelve it. These little decisions help store managers and then head office. They get all the insight.
Okay, everyone can hear me correctly. I'm sure that every one of you have seen and heard some augmented reality and virtual try-on in action before as well. But actually one of the biggest issues in AR and in immersive experiences is the content itself. Usually if you would like to showcase something in AR or 3D, you need to have a specific digital twin or so-called 3D asset. So those 3D assets have been generated manually, which is unfortunately non-scalable, really slow and painful process. What we are trying to do differently is that we are building our AI solution, which is taking the existing product image and it will turn it into a 3D model within the next few seconds. So as you can see, maybe the screen is black, but actually we have our own platform. You can see a couple of examples over here. Usually we are actually using a couple of images. So this is something what has been produced for the e-commerce purposes. So for that reason, we are usually making those models in a hybrid mode because our AI is not in a stage where it can fully produce super neat and high quality models. But if you need something for the gamified environments, metaverse in general, so this can be done in a few seconds. So it's all about the automation of the content, and we are trying to break the walls and barriers into the 3D world. So if you're interested in a demo, I'm more than happy to arrange a call after the event, and we can showcase something specific to you.
Essentially, we are guaranteeing accuracy because we know that when you're working with
you just speak into this.
Hello. Hello, everyone. So this is Zakeka. So we are a visual commerce platform. Our mission is to help brands to elevate the visual commerce experience for their retailers, for their customers. So what we do is that we make it easy for retailers to offer product customization and configuration in their online and offline stores. And we do that by making visual commerce accessible to all, providing a cutting-edge technology and constant innovation at a fraction of the cost and the time that you would see with big businesses and big consultancy firms. Our cloud-based, cross-platform and multi-language platform and technology is user-friendly, is omni-channel, and it's plug-and-play. So you can connect with any e-commerce through connectors or API and to any in-store experience via touchpad or totem. And what we do is that we provide a full immersive experience of customization and configuration, including 2D visual product customizer, which allows you to add images, text, logos to the surface of a product, but also 3D full-on experience with a product configurator that allows you to build the product from scratch with different configuration of options such as textures, material shapes, components, and accessories. Plus, we allow augmented reality and try-on technologies to visualize that product not just in 3D, but in your own space and on your own body to see how it looks before you purchase. On top of that, as we continue developing, we're now offering a full built-in 3D asset management platform where you can literally create 3D assets for every single one of your products, and we manage the creation of those assets, the management of those assets, and the delivery of those assets to not just our configurator and platform, but to for whatever purpose you could use it for digitizing your own catalogs completely, and you could use it on your own website, not just to offer configuration, but also to just show the products in the most real look appearance. And we have customers, we work with major brands like HP, Valentino, Ubisoft, Uber, but we also work with small and medium businesses because our mission is to make it affordable and doable for everybody. Technology is not just luxury, technology is cost effective, and that is what we want to make out of it. So we have over 7,000 customers at the moment, and we're growing super fast, 100% year-over-year growth. So it's definitely incredible, and we think we're gonna continue that way. And we have technologies coming up every 3 months, every year. One of these is, for example, our AI, artificial intelligence, that allows customers not just to interact with the product and configure their own product, but they can interact with an AI personal shopper and allow that person, that avatar, to actually suggest them and help them in configuring the product like they will do with a person in a real store environment. So we're also holographics friendly, so we have a technology that allows you to also use holograms with our configurator, so products can be configured while you visualize them either on a totem or a touchpad or an hologram as well. And we're growing, so all the technologies will change every day. The important is to have a complete visual commerce experience, an all-in-one platform experience.
Hey, how are you?
Thank you.
Yeah, we'll listen.
Okay.
Okay, so hi, my name is Elisa. I'm the co-founder of Squatted. We do social commerce, so social commerce is quite the buzzword, as I was saying. It's usually about bringing commerce to social media. We do the exact opposite. We bring social to e-commerce website, and we're doing it in several ways. So first of all, we allow to do this kind of shopping party. Hi to Jess. Hello, Jess. So we are actually live with Jess. We're doing a shopping party. So as you would go to a store with friends, we are allowing e-commerce to do things, inviting friends over to a party. It can be with friends, but it can be doing it with creators, with influencers, with stores associated, inviting their community over. So this is a way to do it in a private shopping group, but we also allow to do community shopping. So So imagine getting on the site and being able to shop with other people that are on the site. It can be chat, so asking them for advice about specific products, doing polls, which one do you prefer, and asking all the community that is right now on the site to shop with you and for advice. So have this authentic and interactive experience on the website. And the last thing that we do is we allow creators, ambassadors, to have their own storefront on the site. So imagine today when you do a marketing campaign with an influencer, they share a link to a product page, which is not very engaging, it's kind of boring. So what we do here is that we have ambassadors, we generate automatically ambassador storefront, and any ambassador, any influencer, creator that joins the ambassador program will have their own page on the site. This is a way to, first of all, they can redirect to the page, so it's much more engaging, people can discover the content, but also the brand can set up a get rewarded for the this is the lifetime features that we just released. We work with brands like Sephora, Calvin Klein, Adidas, and now are entering the US. Do you have any questions?
Is it a one-to-one interaction, or I go and I...
So you can have a one-to-one like this when I'm shopping with a friend, but you can invite over several friends and we can have a shopping party with a lot of friends. And then you have the community I will show you. Here you can see, imagine Instagram and Facebook on an e-commerce when people can share their kind of Pinterest posts. So imagine I'm creating an outfit on a fashion website. So people are able to help each other, answering questions. So really, this is a community that is completely open to any user. Also, other creators, store associates, experts can join video. It's not exactly. It's not only video, but you can set up some video.
Like, can you do video with like strangers, or you just do that with friends?
You have to be invited to join a video party. So usually it will be with friends or stores associate inviting the clients. You have to get a specific. We generate specific links to make sure that it's video or secure.
Yeah, that was my next question.
Good, how are you? You can just hold that to your... Just hold it? Okay. If you want to put it around your neck.
Do I just stand here and wait for questions, or what?
I don't give a presentation.
Okay, great. How many of you guys know what Web3 is? Everybody knows what Web3 is? How many of you guys know about brand membership or brand loyalty, like a loyalty card? Have any of you heard of Starbucks Odyssey? The Odyssey program, the Web3? So our system is an infrastructure for taking brands into Web3 and powering their membership or their loyalty programs. So what our system does, we have three products. Tronic Pay is a one-tap wallet onboarding experience for Web3 that allows single sign-on or wallet connect. So you have fiat and crypto payment ability. You own your wallet, so it's self-custody. And then once you have the wallet, you simply land that redeemable or that loyalty card into the wallet. Then our system allows companies to token gate at scale. So any sort of redeemable, any sort of brand affiliation or deliverable, that could be IRL or digital. So entry into virtual worlds, discounts, products, services, concert tickets, anything that you would want to deliver to a consumer, you can now do that through our system in a one-tap way. Those consumers now own that card and they can transfer it if they want to or sell it. And then we also have a marketplace that allows brands to point value at those loyalty cards or those memberships. So if, let's say that Nike wanted to target Starbucks Odyssey holders, the millions of people that may have that card, and look at kind of their buying patterns and say, oh, you bought 20 copies, you won a free pair of shoes, or here's a discount, et cetera, et cetera. It also lets them gamify and build their programs the way they want for their brand, if that makes sense.
Have that film.
Hello everyone. It's Grace great to meet you. So this is Lisa. Lisa is short for Live and Social Commerce Adapter. Adapter means it is a connector. So we are a SaaS platform that connects to e-retailers and marketplaces, e-commerce platforms, in order to offer social media-like experiences, but just within their own environment. So think about Instagram Live, but just within the own e-commerce of e-retailers and marketplaces. The difference to this is actually that you have a direct path to purchase, what you don't have with Instagram Live, for example, because you have this disrupted experience, right? And here, as you can see, products open in stream. You can basically then directly shop out of the live stream, put them into the basket. And the beauty about this is the data is all with the e-retailer. And now also what we can tell you that we have launched a special media product, which we also announced for NRF. So you might have an email from me in your inbox for the press release where you can get more information. But what we do now is for media platforms, fashion blogs, to offer a similar experiences, but without an e-commerce store, which means basically you can offer curated product entertainment within a media platform, but then guide out to different e-retailers without any integration. So no code, no integration. So this is basically what we have now as a new product in our portfolio, where we are also the only ones on the market that are doing that.
So we have Supersmart, and we are presenting the Tablesmart, a fast checkout solution based on Vision for convenience stores mainly, which very simply just put your items on the plate. Everything is recognized in 2 seconds, and if you are ready to pay, click the pay button, tap and pay, and you're good to go. It can be integrated with a gate. So you can scan the barcode and open up the gate, or open up the gate automatically. We are not limited from terms of the size of the master data. We are using sets of fusions of computer vision, big data, and weight information all embedded all together, and to allow the frictionless checkout for convenience stores. So for clothing it's a bit challenging, but department stores it works good. For fresh produce it can be converted to be an area scale, so it can also weigh the produce, and you don't need to select the bananas or type of tomatoes or whatever. It will be recognized automatically. It is tailor-made for convenience stores, but the technology from the back end can be utilized for a variety of products. Also for mobile apps to scan at home and identify the products and get the prices added to the shopping list for e-commerce and so on. So we have everything service-oriented, so it's available to integrate with a variety of apps.
Sorry for making you walk around. You can go back to where they are.
Cool. So Nuro, I'm going to show you guys how it works, but I'll just give you a little background. Nuro is a self-driving vehicle company focused on last mile delivery. What you see here is one of our custom vehicles. So unique in the AV space in that we're building out a vehicle that's sole purpose is to deliver goods. That's also very unique for us in the AV industry. Most of the companies that operate in this space are focused on people, not moving things. We are focused 100% on moving things. There's an enormous opportunity to do that. There's an enormous opportunity to do that. One, because delivery has obviously grown and was accelerated during the pandemic. People want things to come to them. But we also think there's a huge societal benefit in the sense that you can give people back time. So 40% of trips that people take on an annual basis are running errands. Imagine you got a young family, I have 3 kids. Instead of having to go to the grocery store, I could get things brought to me. The economics of delivery today make it difficult for most families to be able to do that, but we're able to unlock new economics and transform the way that retailers are able to offer that to their consumers. So I think seeing it is probably the best way to kind of explain how it works. But we're integrated with our partners today, so you go into their e-commerce sites. There's some of our partners up there. You place an order, grocery order. say I want self-driving delivery or AV. It notifies you that you need to be home. It's going to come to your curb. You're sent a PIN code. We'll let you know when we arrive, and when we get there, you come out to the curb, hit get started.
Enter your 4-digit passcode.
Enter your passcode. The doors pop open, and then your goods would be inside. So a couple things to point out here, why the custom vehicle I think is really unique and valuable. So right now we don't have inserts inside of these compartments that allow you to set up almost like an Amazon locker-esque experience. But imagine that you could batch multiple Chipotle orders in one compartment. So rather than just being wide open, you could create an insert that almost has lockers inside, so you could do batching. That unlocks incredible opportunities on the economics. With some of our restaurant partners, beverage sales have kind of fallen off a cliff as people have moved towards more delivery, because you just don't think to add a Coke or a Pepsi product. Imagine you got your Domino's pizza delivered in this side, and then this side opens up and it's full of ice-cold beverages that you can just grab and go and add to your order. So those are the types of innovations that we can unlock with a custom vehicle, and part of the reason that we decided to build out a custom vehicle rather than just retrofit an existing manufacturer's vehicle. Other things that are important about the vehicle, safety is paramount to the company. So one of the, I think, the most novel elements to building out a goods-only vehicle and removing people from the equation. If you think about like the history of vehicle safety and just driving your car today, it's designed to keep what's inside safer than what's outside. Like, they're not thinking about what's going to happen to external agents in the event of an accident. Well, when you pull people out of the car and you're only moving goods, you can flip that safety innovation on its head and start to protect what's outside the vehicle more than what's inside. Because at the end of the day, your groceries, your pizza, your burrito, easily replaceable. So ways that that's kind of manifested itself, and it'll probably pop up here in a second, is we actually have external airbags on the vehicle. So in the event of a collision, we can create a safety zone for pedestrians or cyclists. So those are the types of things that we're doing. We're live today in Mountain View, California, and Houston, Texas, making real deliveries with this vehicle. This is our second generation robot. It's called R2. The third generation vehicle is going to be built in partnership with an OEM, BYD North America, and that will be the one that we mass manufacture and scale across the US.
Do you have different sizes, or is the only model?
So this is the second generation model, which I would call as more like an automotive grade prototype. This one is a bit smaller than the third generation. The third generation, which we're going to scale to many thousands, tens of thousands of, it's about, I would say, 50% wider, a bit taller, but it's actually got double the cargo capacity. And so as we started to deploy pilots in the real world, and we learned about the volumetric space that would be needed for the compartment inserts that I talked about, as well as like servicing a partner like FedEx versus a partner like Domino's, we realized we needed a bit more space. So a bit larger than this, but still I think about 33% smaller in terms of width than a traditional sedan. And we like that for safety reasons as well, because we can kind of hug the center lane and give an extra buffer for people that are pedestrians or cyclists that are in the road, sharing the road. But yeah, in terms of like regulatory, we're allowed to drive when there's speed necessary.
What about in like really urban cities, like New York?
Yeah, I think New York itself, I'm pretty sure, explicitly like prevents you from operating autonomous vehicles like on the roads. It's congested, it's complex, obviously. So like, this is not the market that we're looking to enter kind of in the near term. Obviously, we'd love to be here eventually. We're more focused on like dense suburban areas. So if you're familiar with like Houston's a very sprawling city, but it's also got very dense population throughout it, similar to kind of like the San Francisco Bay or the Peninsula, right? Like there's a ton of people there, but they're not stacked on top of each other. So those are the areas that we're focused on. I think that's where our partners tend to be too. So that's an element to it as well.
Do you think it's like middle mile delivery from a dark store to, or like a distribution center to a store, or are you planning on staying only consumer facing?
Right now, last mile is kind of the like main use case, and that's big enough, right? That's a huge opportunity in last mile. Middle mile, I think between stores makes sense for us, but I don't know that we'll be going out to like distribution centers in the same way that you would see with like a larger box truck. But, you know, like, say one of the Domino's locations runs out of medium-sized pizza boxes, and there's another one that's 5 miles away that can, give up some of their stock, we could run that way for them because their delivery drivers aren't supposed to be doing that. So I think there's applications that are kind of like intra-store. At Kroger, for instance, they do sometimes where they will pick in a specific store location the orders, and then the pickup might actually take place in a different store that's closer to where the consumer is. So those types of opportunities to kind of move things around in the middle mile would be more of, I think, where our sweet spot is.
No, please. I got some questions. When you're working with a retailer, what does the contract look like? Like, are you signing short-term contracts? Or are you only looking at long-term contracts as you continue to develop?
Yeah, I mean, initially, obviously, like we were looking at pilot agreements because we were trying to learn with our partners. I think we've transitioned from that phase to more of like a long-term relationship with the partners I'm working with. They're just super exciting because we're getting real commitments from our partners to help build out our vision of the future. And I think that's important because this is a journey. This is not something that's just going to happen tomorrow. And so when you get a real long-term commitment, you can collaborate together on the integration, the customer experience, how we actually work within their store operations. There's a lot of complex things that pop up as you start to test these things in the wild.